All right, guys, it's Paul Singh, the market speculator with the intraday report today. Still SPY in this tight range here, pulling back in a little bit. We opened with the market down a little bit, filled the gap, and now are back towards the bottom of this tight range here. But again, as long as it holds the 50-day, that's all right. Those of you who were watching this morning, I talked about this gap fill here. So there's a gap down, and usually a lot of times these weak gaps will fill, and it did just that. So that was good for a day trade there. But getting back to our positions of significance here is Google. And we're starting to look like we're breaking out of this range here. It was actually up here at 385, 386. So everything's looking good here. It looks like we're on our way to 700. We like that this is happening on a day where the market is pulling back. Let's look at Amazon. Amazon at the top of the range. And that's pulling back in a little bit. And then Cyber starting to work for us here, pulling back down here under 50 now, and looks like it's going to hit our target pretty soon. And then EWZ, other short position here, is now below the 50-day moving average. So that's nice. We have the gap down, and there's a couple of gaps here that I would use for a target. I'm not sure which one I'm going to use yet, but there's 23.57 there, and just under 23. So those are good targets there. And then the other position, oil, holding the 50-day moving average here. And on USO, actually significantly above the 50-day moving average. In terms of entries, nothing I'm really excited about. Twitter looks a little better today, has held yesterday's pullback, but again, we talked about either down here or up here. And most of our stocks here really aren't at a good entry level. As long as you're positioned here, you should be all right. So I probably will not be adding anything today. I got some questions about the parabolic short, and PAC B is still looking negative here, so I would expect a pullback down here at least to the 200-day. And I did add to it. I talked about adding around 8. So my entry was yesterday at the close, added around 8, and right at my entry from yesterday today. So if this tail holds, that would be inverted tail holds would be a good signal for the move down. So that's it for the intraday report. I'll see you either later today or tomorrow morning.